LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Coaches talk about 3rd downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass. Nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
They boot it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Durham. Breaks into the open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to the ground with the running back. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, good power run here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! Put it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quick handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hilltoppers will call on their punt team.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're ready. It's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The toss sweep to the right. Got a little space. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the middle. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, he leads it with the bat. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for room. It's Parrish. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Henry. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. The lone back's got it. Shakes off the defender. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Might be changing the route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Parrish. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. They're setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Makes a pass to Marker. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, Give on the inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. And they'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Handoff to the single running back. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Using the quick game. Turning it on. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right on target this time.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hilltoppers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Time to take a shot. He's got it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, WKU.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Wide open spaces. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. He got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Hilltoppers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge on the right. Thrust that arm out. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. On the run, it's right. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's 4th. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions. And then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds a little space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. The short hands. It's Durham. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Makes the quick grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Going to the running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
They'll ride the hot hand. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Hutchinson.
Pass on 2nd down. Caught by the receiver. Loses 2. 3rd down coming.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Barry. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hilltoppers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Parrish. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Durham. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, he makes the catch. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.